Hey guys, today, if you've seen by the title, we're going to be looking at how to spot good cover in a milsim event, and we'll go over both recon and assault. Let's get moving. This does not actually work for real combat. Bullets go through twigs, BBs do not. Come across an area like this, you've got bushes around here and you got a good overlook of, say, a canyon, right? Now the problem is these bushes are very thick down low and very thin up top, so it's going to be harder to conceal yourself and view at the same time. However, shots from up here, you will be extremely vulnerable. This I recommend for a more assault position. You absolutely need to consider when you're finding a place to take cover. Where are the enemies most likely at? You want to do your best to take a high ground up there. So taking place under this tree would be good. You have cover from incoming BBs from up there. This bush is not good. You are fully exposed to everyone up there. Completely. Alright, let's say there's enemies up here. You're walking from through here and you're trying to get up to the top of this hill. What is your best avenue of approach? I'll show you. Notice the zigzag motion I made when going up, how I stopped here to reload and recuperate. The zigzag motion, stopping behind one cover, gives a chance of the enemy thinking you continued to go that way, when really when you got here, you moved up there. Now, this may not happen, it's not 100% guarantee, however it does raise the likelihood. Look for a spot like this. It has a good tree for solid cover, and some grass for visual cover. And the grass may not be able to stop BBs for too long, but the whole thickness of that, it'll stop a BB. Here, it's best to army crawl up to that rock or some other piece of cover you see up this. We have practically no view of the enemy site. It's good to reload and recuperate. I always recommend having an inhaler, whether you have asthma or not. It's always good to have extra lungs in the chest, or extra air in the chest. So you've made it to an even fighting ground with the enemy. Now, best option is, if you have a sniper, see if you can stay up for long, stay hidden, count all the enemies. If they have more enemies than you, or if you know you packed more ammunition than them, continue to fight. If they have more enemies and you know you don't, and if you don't know how much ammo you have compared to them, it is best to hold position or retreat, depending on how much guys you have compared to theirs. In your retreat, it depends on whether you know, whether your enemies know where your base is or not. If they do know where your base, it's good to head to your base and get extra reinforcements. If they don't lead them to your base. Go the other direction and push farther until you believe you've lost them. And remember, stick to the bushes and pick up your feet. When you drag your feet, it creates extra noise. The area like this, where you have two trees and a bush, is a fantastic spot for a sniper. You have a lookout of the canyon as well as being pretty much invisible. And if you have a ghillie suit on, you can hide right here or something. Guys could come right through here and they wouldn't even know you were there if you have an adequate ghillie suit. If you don't have a ghillie suit, you still have good camouflage. Spot here behind a bush would also be good. Let's see this path right here. Let's talk about ambush and cover during an ambush. It's very easy to shoot at your own guys, right? And get them hit, and then they have to go back to base, and then your ambush is foiled. What I would recommend is having all of your guys behind this bush, and then a handful up here. Have them hidden well, and when an enemy comes through here, you will have enemy people firing this way. You have him firing that way. That way, you're not firing at your own teammates. It may get close at times, but remember not to shoot your own teammates, and that is pretty hard on a well-planned, that is pretty hard on an ambush when you have good camouflage. Ambush is also good to make sure that you take out the guy who has like CO2 grenades or LMG or whatever. Same path, just on the other side of this tree here. Some good cover here. If you have a ghillie hood, that's good enough. Stick your gun through this tree, and you can pretty much wipe out the good first few in the team, and then they'll panic, scramble, and that'll give you enough time to continue and retreat down the path. Perfect example of a good assault cover. Say you have enemy down there, right in that hole, coming up out of this path right here. This is perfect, and I'll show you why. It's such a great great place for cover. There are multiple paths down, and there's cover in between them. That way you can run from cover to cover instead of just straight towards the enemy. When you run from cover to cover, it gives you less chance of being shot and better chance of firing back. An example of terrible cover for defense is actually the cover we were just at. This is horrible. You can hardly shoot through the bushes. You can't see the path they're going down, so it's hard to predict where they're going to run when they do, and you're on a downhill slope. They have the high ground. This is immaculate cover. You've spotted an enemy patrol. Hold on. Up here. Coming through here. You are right in this valley of bushes. You could be wearing bright neon and you'd be practically invisible. Right? Not to mention, a perfect shot downrange. That's gonna conclude today's video. I hope you were able to take something out of this, and good luck on your next airsoft game. I hope this video helps, and if you liked it, found it useful, subscribe and share the video. If I try to do weekly videos, but can't always. But subscribe for more videos like this and for funny airsoft skits.